Hello and welcome to the Vigilance Podcast, where we talk about video games, lore, and conspiracies. Today we're going to continue with the Skyrim talk that we had just finished off with. I'm Aaron.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Cheese.
And we are the Vigilance team.
Names.
That's a horrible...
Yeah,
Maybe not the
we'll have to
Vigilance
work
team.
on that.
We'll have to work on that. Anyways,
The Wonder
it just came out
Trio.
weird. I was like, this is going to be good.
The Wonder
It sounded
Trio.
good in my head, but it didn't come out well. The Wonder Trio?
Yes.
No.
Again, I'm just gonna take my
like
hand
a
off of
like
this
magic
and
rings kind of thing, you know. You got to do it. Yeah.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. Anyway.
Moving on. So I think we're going to start off with the Dragon Priests for
Nope.
Skyrim. No? What?
No,
What do you want to start with?
Go ahead.
Do you have...
I don't have anything.
Okay.
So you want to talk about MERS? MERS.
Mer.
I just like saying MERS.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah.
Elves.
Mer.
You know.
Mer. Reminds me of like glamour, like a different type of
Well, they are
magical-
pretty fancy people.
I don't mean glamour fashion. I mean glamour like enchantments
Like the
or
little,
yes.
like glitter.
No,
Glitter?
no.
Think of
not
glimmer.
They shine.
Like have you ever
vampires.
played? I think it's Wolf Among Us,
I have.
I have
the
not.
Telltale game.
Yes.
Yeah, so they have to buy glamour, and glamour is a form of magic that is
To
used
disguise
to
themselves.
disguise
So I can
themselves.
buy magic.
Right.
God, man.
You could.
Be a wizard
You
again,
definitely could buy
A
A
magic
wizard again in
Yeah,
real life.
glitter.
Okay, as your previous wizarding.
experience.
Yeah. That's our
Still-
previous
I'm
life.
still
I
holding
brought it
out.
back around. I brought it back around.
Still holding out hope that I can like move things. Midichlorians, Star Wars, Jedi,
Telekinesis.
Yeah.
Jedi powers.
We're gonna go on your topic at one point during this
Sure.
podcast.
Eventually.
I'm not worried about it.
But superpowers. What superpower would you want?
Okay,
Just the
so
one.
Here we
there
go.
was actually a study done
Shouldn't have asked.
about there's actually a study done about superpowers and the different types that people pick
Yeah.
and what that means psychologically to them
Ooh.
and to others. And so like apparently a lot of times psychiatrists will ask, hey, so if you could have any superpower, what would you be? And some people say, well, I want to be I want to have speed. I want to have extreme speed, right?
Yeah.
You're running from something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you want the ability to fly. Well, you have that craving to escape or to explore.
Interesting.
I don't have that.
You don't have any superpower you want?
Oh, I do.
What's your superpower then?
I want the ability to reshape matter.
That's
Shape-
interesting. So
shape
you want to
shift.
be Mr. Manhattan, the guy from DC. Don't yell at me.
Yeah,
DC, because I know how people could get
Thin
Marvel
ice,
and
thin
DC.
ice here.
Yeah,
Right.
Marvel
Yeah.
or DC. Mr. Manhattan, he's like a god, right? He's like that. He's the blue guy that goes to live on Mars because he gets.
Sure.
No
sure.
idea.
I was thinking more.
Like Avatar,
No.
Last-
Wolverine
Last
loves this
Airbender?
chick.
Storm.
No.
No.
What? You're gonna get a
Halle
lot.
Berry, all
I
right?
hope you get a lot of backlash for that.
I will. I probably will.
Oh, I
I've
can't believe I don't remember her
never.
name. It's not.
She's the Phoenix.
Rose.
Oh!
The Phoenix. Yes, the Phoenix. We'll just say the Phoenix, and we'll move on.
Yes, I know what you're talking
She has basically the power to reshape or redo matter in general,
Mhm.
right?
Sure.
Which is amazing.
Sure.
And I'm a control freak.
Right. Right. So
Interesting.
at least you understand the psychological.
Yes,
Nice.
and I'm good with that. Yeah.
Nice.
So what would be
Your
your
superpower.
superpower?
I don't know. I don't.
I
Have
promise I won't
anything.
immediately judge you.
Yeah.
I really. I don't.
It's
know.
okay. No, it's fine.
You want the power to not know. Granted.
No, I don't. I don't want that. I already know.
Yeah.
I already have the power of short-term memory, so I don't need that.
I guess mine would be then. Mine would kind of be like that too, though. But like, I'd be like telekinesis. I want to read people's minds, but I want to be able to also like more mind power. Like, I want to be able to like. It's telekinesis.
thoughts
Yeah,
in
not
people's
even
minds.
Inception.
that. It's.
Inception.
I wouldn't even want that part. I would want to know what you're thinking, because then you could do like the subtle arts of socialism, or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Of
or-
socialism.
What? No.
Hey,
Now I'm
whoa.
Did you say subtle
Whoa.
arts or Karl Marx?
No, we're not. Even
Oh,
going
no
there.
politics. No politics. No politics.
I want to. Yeah, we're definitely not going there. No, I meant like like I know what he's thinking, so then I could kind of like subtly change the ways he kind of goes to do something. Like, and I'd also like to be able to lift this with my mind too. Someone like mind power.
Yeah, which would be sweet for sure.
Yeah.
I think that the humans have this innate need to know the answers to questions
Sure.
that they don't want
Sure.
to know the answers to.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that you would have to be able, if you had that power, you'd have to be able to turn it on at will and turn it off. You'd have to be able to single out a person in a room
Right.
and then
Well, I'm not
turn
saying
it
it would
off,
be
you know what I
easy.
mean?
I feel like you'd be bombarded with the thoughts, and you have to be able to control
yeah.
the, because you would go crazy. You would
would,
literally
yeah.
go crazy because you wouldn't know if you're saying something or if I'm hearing you say it in your
Yeah.
mind.
I mean, imagine what I'm thinking about you right now.
Oh Jesus.
So, I mean,
Cool.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, weird.
Wow.
All right. So, anyway, that was just I don't know. That just kind of popped in my head.
Off the cuff.
Sure.
Yeah, off the cuff.
Sure.
What superpower would you like? Let us know in the comments
Yes,
below.
let us know in the comments below because that would be
Yeah.
awesome. I promise I won't judge you immediately.
I'm not
He
used to
is
asking,
lying. He's a bad liar.
Yes. He will read every single comment and be like, "Yep, I don't want to get to know
That's
that
dumb.
person."
Sociopath.
That's dumb.
Stupid.
That's
Yeah.
dumb.
Really fast growing fingernails.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
Get the curls. Anyway,
So Skyrim.
Skyrim. Back to Skyrim.
You know, like Meg.
Meg from
Yeah,
Family Guy.
From Family Guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Good episode. You didn't see it?
I haven't seen that.
You
episode.
should see the episode.
Yeah.
Everybody's got these cool powers, and she has the power to grow her fingernails.
Oh,
really fast.
I do remember that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd start off midway through
Sure.
about dragon priests. So before I decided to do any kind of research on the dragon priest, I thought it was a really cool idea. But actually, in Skyrim, when you're going through the storyline, you find you go to the labyrinth, and you see like the little pedestal that has
The
a
masks.
bunch of
Or the
it has no masks,
no
right?
mask. Yeah.
You find a dragon priest, you kill a dragon priest, and you get this really badass mask. And the mask is made of metal. It's like a reddish color, depending on which one you kill.
Yeah.
And it has innate powers in it. So like one of them's like water breathing, one of them's resistance to fire, and some other stuff.
Can you get all of them in?
You
Oh,
can.
yeah. Yeah.
The point, right, is to get all the masks. And there was one, I think it was a Reddit. I don't remember exactly. I'll have to re-find that. And,
Reddit is our source for everything.
Everything.
I've been using Elder Scrolls Wiki.
Oh.
That is also
and,
a really good
some
one.
some other ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Who
and
doesn't like a
so,
wiki?
huh?
Who doesn't like a wiki?
Everyone
I like
loves a
wiki.
wiki.
Right. We should
Yeah.
make a wiki for us.
We should make a wiki and just put a bunch of shit on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Sure.
and everything we say on that wiki is true.
Yes. Oh, of course.
Wrote that down.
Make wiki.
Yeah. No, wiki. Wiki.
Wow.
Anyway.
So I was talking about so eventually you gather all of the dragon priest masks, and you get presented a shitty wooden one.
Final mask. Yeah.
And you pick it up, and I don't remember what it has, what powers it has.
It's
but
not
it's
that
like,
great.
this is less than some of these. Like some of these are really awesome, and this is a shitty wooden mask. Is this like a prank? Are they fucking with me?
Yeah.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
And that's it.
That's it.
There's no closure. There's nothing to it
It's just
at all.
You
It's
just
just
get that mask and you're done.
done. Right. So, anyways, what I was saying was that the Reddit feed that I was reading was saying that you had to go and conquer all of the dragon priests to then become the lord, if you will, of dragon priests. Right. But you don't get any innate powers of that. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. So it's like when you go to the mage college and you do all the magical stuff and you become the headmaster,
Right.
you get extra shit. It is awesome.
Right. And so they just kind of did it, and then there was no ending. So it's like they made it, and then there was nothing.
Right.
So maybe they just.
I wonder if there's any tie-in to the Dragonborn DLC.
So
With
in the
that.
Dragonborn DLC, there are three other dragon priests in there, and they have that weird squid-like mask.
Oh,
And those masks are way cooler. They have way better abilities with them.
It's DLC.
Right.
But the wooden mask is the main one.
The end-all,
It's kinda
be-all
like-
piece of shit mask.
So I was like, there's got to be more about this. There has to be more. And I started reading more about it, and as it turns out, way back in the day, the Tamriel Day, which was a Wednesday, They
I forgot about that show.
they were ruled by dragons, and dragons were not inherently rulers in this land, as in they couldn't have cared less about mortals. But I mean, who doesn't like being a ruler? Yeah,
Right. Well,
But-
dragons.
right. And so dragons like gold, and they like all the lavish shit, but they don't want to do all the political stuff.
Yeah.
So what they did was they created the dragon priests. The dragon priests were the direct, you could say, bishops or dukes to the dragons.
Yeah, liaisons.
Liaisons, if you will. And so the liaisons of the dragons were regarded to humans as almost above a king, right? So they had crazy power in the land of Tamriel.
That'd be kind of sick. Being
Yeah.
like that liaison where you're just kind of like, I'm just gonna walk into this kingdom. You're like an advisor to the king, but you're like regarded higher than the king. So you're like, man, I don't want nothing to do with you guys. I'm out. I'm gonna go see my dragon. See ya.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And so eventually the people don't want to be ruled anymore by these dragon priests.
Right.
And they have a big revolt. And so the dragons and the dragon priests, if I'm not mistaken, create those word walls.
Okay.
Oh, the one
Of
we saw
power.
in the
Yeah.
In the cave. Yep.
Where was it when you were playing your game? I saw
It's
it.
Bleak Falls Barrow.
Yeah. Yep, Blue Falls. And there's that wall of Draconic on it,
Yeah.
and you walk up and you get that power. Well, it said that the dragons bestowed these walls of, word power
Yep.
to the dragon priest, and that's how they got that power, right?
Right.
So eventually the great dragon war bursts out, and there is a small sect of dragons that don't believe the way the rest of the dragons do. And so that's kind of where Parthenox comes in.
Yeah.
And Parthenox then teaches the humans how to use dragon shouts and gives some of them dragon souls.
I'm sorry. I just.
Having a good time, okay?
Yeah.
Anyways, and so that's kind of the difference between the Greybeards and the Dragon Priests. Yeah, they both have the innate power to use shouts, but they were different parts of the Great Dragon War. Eventually, the Dragon War carries on, and
Everybody's dead. Dragons.
yeah,
By the way.
well, people kill a bunch of dragons.
Spoilers. Dragons are dead.
So
in Skyrim?
Yes.
yeah, I know.
You're
It's the worst.
coming.
Wait, so spoiler, there's a dragon in the beginning.
Right. Because the Dragonborn has crossed into Skyrim.
Oh.
Boom.
So moving on to the story. Dragons were dying left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dragon priests decided that every time they found a dragon or came upon a dragon, they would bury it in a ceremonial dragon mound that are scattered throughout Skyrim.
Where
Okay.
the dragon priests are. No?
No, just
Okay.
where the dragon priests found the dragon.
Okay.
But the dragon priests believed that they would eventually get summoned back to life, just like all the other dragons would,
Sure.
because they themselves had some innate dragon powers, right?
Right.
So Alduin and all of his power could not make people be able to come back to life, right? He couldn't make zombies, if you will.
Sure.
But like he could make zombies, like the you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Well,
I mean,
I'll mention it here in a second.
Sure.
Okay. Anyways, so he could make people come back, but they wouldn't be themselves anymore. They would
Oh.
be this like offshoot thing, this disgusting.
right, they
vile-
couldn't like separate consciousness /
Correct.
soul
Right.
/
Right. So
Gotcha.
what they did was they made the dragon priests into liches.
That's
Ooh.
sick.
The way they did it was
me
the
a good
dragon
lich.
priest. What?
Love me a good lich.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd make a good lich. You know, just
You do. I'm looking at you now, and I'm like, man,
could be ice
he could
cold.
be a lich. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
You're such a lich.
I know.
Anyways.
Add that B in the beginning.
Yeah.
So the dragon priests decided that they were going to find a way for immortality, and they buried themselves in these deep tombs with all their followers.
Seems like the worst way to become immortal
Yeah,
is to
so-
bury yourself.
Yeah,
Like
so-
what?
So wait, so you have, so then he buried his followers. The followers are not dragon priests, so they're gonna just be dead, right? Are they dragon priests? Or?
So
Oh, he's getting to it.
the Lich would put himself in a coffin,
Yeah.
and he would be in the dragon priest, would be in almost a deep, extreme slumber, coma-ish, right?
Mm.
Every day, the people would wake up, all of his disciples, if you will, would wake up and walk over to his cask and kneel down and give him some of their life essence.
Dope.
That's pretty cool.
Between that time and when you start Skyrim is 4,000 years.
Really?
Yeah. Okay? So when you go into that first tomb
Yeah.
and you see the Draugr, that's what they were.
Really?
And all of their life essence was sucked out and put into a dragon priest, and that's why they look the way they do.
Oh wow! So wait, so they lived that long? They've lived 4,000 years, just giving that life essence to the Lich.
What is not understood is how they could have lasted that long.
Right.
And they believe that Alduin has the kind of key to that. Like he's part of disseminating that power to them, so that they can then disseminate that power to the dragon priest.
Wow.
Mm.
And they're just waiting for the dragons to be reborn.
So
right.
Right. And when they are, they get woken up again.
right.
Which happens when you get there.
So the Draugr in Bleak Falls was one of the Liches?
The Draugr in Leech Falls. So that's kind of the odd thing about the conspiracy, if you will, is that
Because that should be a dragon priest, if I'm right. Right?
yes,
So maybe that
but he
wooden
doesn't
mask.
have a cast.
So maybe that wooden mask isn't the final mask.
Maybe the wooden mask actually belonged to him.
Or it's not the mask, and that priest is just somewhere else
Maybe,
doing dragon priest things.
as dragon priests do.
Right?
It's where the wiki comes in handy.
Yeah.
See if there's any more, because that's it though. Like you get the wooden mask and it's done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like,
There's no more. To
I feel
it.
like
If you
he
look-
could have easily just like carved his mask out of wood, like did some things to it, and been like, "That's the final mask." Ha
Yeah.
ha ha!
Yeah.
I'm out.
Got him.
Yeah.
Oh, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You see what I'm saying? It's
Interesting.
conspiracy.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think of that.
You're welcome.
That would be neat.
That would be.
neat if there was like a really badass mask out there.
DLC.
Yeah,
Dragon
I would
Priest DLC.
still buy
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Skyrim DLC.
Hell
I
yeah.
still would buy Dragon. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Um,
Skyrim's still huge. Like people, I mean, like
yeah.
I said, like people still play on a regular basis. that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus the Skyrim VR and
Just came
everything
out,
that just
yep.
came out is really interesting.
And Skyrim's getting released on the Switch, so that's a thing.
Get me a Switch.
Yeah. No.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Actually.
I don't even have a PlayStation 4 yet. Yeah, I feel like
Oh
I'm judged.
God.
Wow.
I
You
should
are
have said
instantly
Oh,
judged.
well, I'm looking.
Instantly
I'm-
judged.
I know. Well, I have a PlayStation 3, and I just, I have the games on there, and I enjoy it. I just haven't played PlayStation 4.
Do they
yet.
even make PS3 games anymore?
No,
No.
it's all PlayStation
Right.
4, but it's not like I'm saying new games. Yeah, I don't buy new games.
Hey, that's all right.
Yeah.
But let us know what your favorite moment in Skyrim has been so far in the comments below. We look forward to reading those. My favorite so far is when he got his head chopped off when he leveled up.
It was definitely pretty
I'm not
great.
gonna lie, the whole gameplay was just hilarious. So I'm like,
Yeah.
you're like, don't do that. I'm like, all right. I just did it anyway. Like I'm like, all right. And then they're like, don't do
Classic
that.
chaotic neutral.
Well,
Daniel
well,
Cheese, bro.
that's true. But the thing is like,
D-cheese.
I'm D-cheese.
D cheese.
Yeah. I'm definitely more evil to the point where like it's so weird. Like in my real life, I'm super nice. I would think, and then but like when I'm playing a video game, I can just save it and reload it like it never happened. So if I stab you in the face, I'm gonna check out and see what it does. Like,
Right.
like,
Yeah, if I could just save real life and then do whatever I wanted,
Right.
Yeah.
and then load, that'd be
That would be my
amazing.
superpower.
superpower right there.
That would be my
That would be the
superpower.
best superpower.
Save and load real life.
Oh, you could do, man,
So many things.
so many things.
But-
you could even have an old save and wait till you're about to die,
And then just-
at 80-something years old, and then go back.
But would it
Play
get
the
corrupted though?
markets.
Would it get corrupted?
Ooh,
Yeah.
save often.
Right.
You know,
But
like
the-
a
but
normal-
then-
Save early,
maybe,
saved often.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but then you save. You have that one save. You save often, but different save slots.
Right.
Right.
So you gotta know how much data your hard drive has.
All of it.
Yeah.
I would. An entire warehouse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If
I would buy a server warehouse to store my life, if I could.
That'd be freaking awesome.
But it's a superpower.
Replay.
So do you really need
Save,
like?
You're walking in your own warehouse and just kind of going. You're like, I want to see what I did 25 years ago. Click. All right. Cool.
You could save some really
very nice moments.
interesting moments.
I don't.
And replay. You know what I'm saying.
This is starting to remind me of a show.
It's kind of like Click.
Called Dark Mirror? Black
Mirror.
It is Click. I mean,
it's pretty much Click.
It is Click, except you didn't get to save.
You just remoted.
Spoiler, possible spoilers. But
if you haven't seen Click, which came out in like 2001.
I mean,
Click's a horrible movie.
Right.
It's too emotional. Like, it's supposed to be a comedy, and you're like, oh, this is great.
No.
And then the world is destroyed, and you're like, what the? Why did I watch this? This is horrible.
No, the world wasn't destroyed. He just destroyed his own life. He goes, live it. The god of death gave him a second chance. I mean, that's... The god of death was like, hey, good guys need a second chance.
Wait, that was the ending? God of death gave him a second chance?
I've actually never seen the movie.
I never saw the ending.
Oh my god.
Like,
okay, so it makes me cry. Spoiler, because I'm going to tell the ending right now.
It makes me cry.
The guy is a Grim Reaper. So he's the deliverer of souls, right?
Sure.
So he knows Adam Sandler is a good guy, and so
we all know that's not true.
Yeah.
Right. Well, in his life, he's a good guy. His character is a good guy.
Yeah.
So he goes through life and he makes his mistakes, and he made his mistakes. He's basically on his deathbed. Well, they save him, bring him back, but then he's like, no. And his son is about to make the same mistakes he started with, and he was like, no, and he's trying to tell him like family first and whatnot. And basically, he ends up like rushing out of the hospital, ripping off the stuff. If he rips it off, the Grim Reaper actually shows up and he's like, if you take those off, you're gonna die. Like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to die. And he's like, I don't care. Runs out, tells his son, like his son first, family first, blah blah blah. And so he wakes up back to when he was really young. And the Grim Reaper sends him the remote. He goes, all like good guys. Some good guys deserve a second chance and stuff. So he's like, oh, okay. And he throws the remote out. That's the whole point of Click. He tried to fast forward through his life.
Dumb. I would have kept the remote.
Stupid.
And used it when you needed to.
No, but that's the thing is it tricked you because it like saved your settings. So like he would speed through the he was going through like sex with his wife. He was trying to warm up his wife. So he has to give him a back massage. Well. Hit fast forward. Well, he did it in a minute or two, and he was done. So he would fast forward, and the remote would remember. Oh, okay, he wants to fast forward through this setting or through this time. So like, and then when he had arguments, he wanted to fast forward, so the remote would automatically do it. So like that's what would happen.
Interesting.
Okay, sure.
So then he couldn't stop it. Like and then it just kind of became more and more, and he'd go through like 5 years gaps where he didn't know what was going on.
Okay. Huh. But I don't need to be there every time I poop.
Right.
Fast forward. Done.
You're right.
But the thing is
that's a good point.
Every time I poop, I'm probably gonna be okay.
He would like fast forward. He goes, let me just fast forward until I get my promotion.
Yeah.
Because his boss promised him in 6 months. 4 years go by, and he doesn't know what happened. He's like, what the? And by the way, I have the numbers wrong.
Okay, so that generality is his own fault.
Right.
That's like making a wish with a genie. You don't say,
I want $1 million, but then
$1
million comes with a price.
Well, you murdered somebody and you got $1 million.
Yeah.
And now you're going to
Where's
jail.
that button? Where's that joke? Where's the button? Because I'll press that button. Kill somebody. You get $1 million.
Oh, get $1 million, but you're actually killing somebody, some random person in the world. Just like, all right, whatever. Cool. Give me the money.
People die every day.
People have been proven to break
that's the moral concept if you do it. So good timing, by the way. It literally was 2 seconds.
Yeah. It's still going. It's pretty good.
So, I'll do it one more time.
But, what was I going to say? I was just going to say something. God damn it. The whole thing, okay, the poop thing, where you could just fast forward through poop. It's going to get a little bit weird.
Go on.
Like 1 second.
Sure, go on.
There's an episode of Family Guy where they went through the multiverses, right?
Yeah.
And they went to the future, and...
Did they go back?
No. So they went to the future, or a multiverse that was in the future, and Brian was like, well, I gotta take a shit, kind of, one of those. And so he was like, all right, 1 poop removal, and then it just vacuum noise, and Brian's like, "Oh, it's gone." So, just so
That's
anyway.
amazing. Also, have you ever pooped in the ocean?
No.
I'm not. No.
Me neither. Moving on.
Ooh.
All right.
Down below if you pooped in the ocean.
Yeah,
So
know.
scuba diving, you can't just hop out real quick and go to the loo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because pressure and stuff.
Because you have to take care of your business there.
So they give you like a little.
Do they have a butt flap?
No,
Yeah.
you don't get a butt flap. No, you have to undo the bottom part of your suit.
That
the
seems dangerous.
Plus to it is that you can just go.
Oh, really?
You just go wherever you want. You just
Do you
go.
know what's actually healthy for the ocean to pee? Now, I'm basing this off of no scientific facts that I have at my disposal right now.
Some random
But I
internet
remember-
article that you
I
read
remember-
one time
I
on
remember
Facebook.
reading,
Yeah.
actually, I do remember reading that it's actually good to pee in the ocean because the organisms off there actually do live off your pee. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
I guess I
it's
could
okay
see
to pee
that.
in the ocean, I guess. But again, I'm basing it off of absolutely nothing other than that. I remember I read it one time.
So
and I
That
don't
one
even know the
article.
source. So,
wow. Okay. Thank you for
Well,
that information.
no problem.
So my PADI instructor was telling us that if you poop in the ocean, the fish will just swarm you
Really?
and take away your matter.
Interesting.
Because they eat it. Because they live off
they
the
eat
stuff.
it, right? Because it's
So, all right. So that,
because that's what they do with other fish, right?
Right.
And so,
What happened to Skyrim?
oh, yeah, that's true.
oh yeah.
Your favorite Skyrim moment. I think that's where we left off when we talked about.
Well, we were asking what
Right.
theirs was,
Yeah.
but
Do you have another topic for Skyrim? Yeah, no, you're good. We're done with poop and pee.
I'm good. Are you
Yeah, I
good?
don't have another one.
It's an
No, but
interesting podcast.
if you guys have some kind of wish for us to take up another topic next time, another video game or any kind of lore or conspiracy theory that you'd like to know more about, please let us know and put that in the comments below.
Or a topic that you would not like us talking about, like what we just went on.
Yeah,
Right,
that
like
was
pooping in the ocean.
Which
maybe.
we're trying. I think we're trying
steer
not
clear.
to do. I think we're trying not to do
Yeah,
that. But I mean,
definitely.
at the same time, we like to kind of keep it
Yeah.
free form and open. So just let us know. And,
Yeah. Big thank you to 16 Stones Brew Pub here in Remsen,
Absolutely.
no,
Holland
Holland
Patton. Holland Patton, not
Holland
Remsen, New York, for letting us use their space. And
and drinking some beer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cheers, guys. Have a good one.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you guys next time.